Hold on 1 second, folks. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to close the door. That stupid closet door was open. Anyway, now pay attention. If you're new to the channel, you are not going to grasp the magnitude of what I'm about to show you, okay? You are going to understand why the beast out of the sea in Seattle is going to be revealed on June 11th, okay? And the beast out of the sea is connected to Elvis. That's right. I know for the people who are new to the channel, you're going to think this is insane. But Elvis is the Antichrist. The image of Elvis or his name or the number of his name will be part of the mark of the beast, okay? And of course, Trump is connected to Elvis and this puzzle. He is the second part to the charade, and Obama is the third wheel, okay? These three are the unholy trinity, okay? Now, like I said, if you're new to the channel, you are not going to grasp this, but you can go ahead and watch it, but you got to watch the whole video to see how the puzzle comes together. And for the people who know my videos, if you do not watch this whole video, you are making a huge mistake, because this is basically my last research video. I have one left that I'm going to be doing, a few weeks from now, maybe a month from now, I don't know. But you better watch this whole video, okay? And to the people who are new, watch all the older videos, okay? And so like I said, just be patient and you'll see how this puzzle comes together. And for the people watching this on a replay, understand that the live stream chat, because this is a live stream, but the live stream chat doesn't show up for like 14 hours after I've already finished the live stream. So if you want to wait 14 hours to watch the video, then you can see the live stream chat then. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, a bunch of index cards, and you'll see how every piece of the puzzle comes together for you to understand why they're going to birth El. El means God in Hebrew, okay? And, just like the angels, how they have the El at the end, or like Gabriel, Michael, you know what I'm saying? The El is going to be birthed out of the sea in Seattle, okay? And Seattle's anagram is El, state. It's the state of El. El means God in Hebrew, okay? And Elvis is the one, okay? He's the chosen one. Now, let me prepare this now that we've got that out of the way. Okay. Let's start here. So listen, prime numbers are a very important piece of the puzzle, okay? So, like I said, just pay attention. You'll see how all of this comes together. The prime number, the 154th prime number equals 887. And why is this important? Because the Antichrist equals 154 in gematria. Okay, so 154 and the 154th prime is 887. Okay, like I said, just keep watching. You'll see how it all comes together. Now, I told you that Elvis had an identical twin that died of birth. Twin equals 66. Okay, and I told you that Elvis, that the Twin Towers fell 66 years after Elvis was born, because his identical twin died at birth, Elvis. That's why the Twin Towers came down. I'm trying to explain this to you, okay? It's all about Elvis. And I told you the EL looks like the numbers 37. If you turn the 37 upside down, it would look like the letters EL, or 73 looks like EL, same thing. The 37th prime equals 157. And June 6th is 157th day of the year, the 6-6. Twin equals 66. Now pay attention. So from the first of the year to 6-6, which is the twin number, okay, which also connects to the 37th prime and the, what you're seeing here, from 1-1 to 6-6, it is 887 days. Okay, so that right away, which I just showed you here, The 154th prime equals 887, and the Antichrist equals 154. So the 154th prime, the Antichrist number, this is it, 887. And like I said, just keep watching. You'll see how it all connects, okay? And remember, I told you that the 37th prime was 157, and the 157th day of the year was June 6th, you see? And twin equals 66, and from 11 to 66 is 887, which is the Antichrist number. Now, from Elvis's birthday, the exact day he's born, if you went backwards to August 4th, which is Obama's birthday, which is the day Trump gets his head wound. Trump is going to get his head wound on August 4th. From Elvis's birthday to August 4th is 157 days or 158. So you have the 157 connection, which is the 37th prime. From Elvis's birthday to 614, which is Trump's birthday, because I told you that these are the unholy trinities. I mean, the unholy trinity. And it's from Elvis's birthday to Trump's birthday is 157 days or 158 if you add that day. Okay, but it's the 157 we were talking about. Okay, because it's connected to the 37th prime. Now, remember I showed you that the prime number, the Antichrist number, the prime is 887, right? The 154th prime. And I showed you, see, I'm just showing you this again, that way you don't forget what I'm showing before I keep going. So from the first of the year to 66, and the word twin equals 66, the Antichrist number is 154, the 154th prime is 887. So it's 887 days from the first of the year to 66. Okay? Now, you'll see, like I said, you'll see how it all comes together. And remember, I told you when you watched my video about the crown, the crown equals 106, but forget about that right now. Elvis was born in the first month. Trump's born in the 6th month. Insurrection Day is 1/6. And why am I showing that? Because look, you see how it's the 1/6 connection right here? It's got the 1 in the 6 and the 1 in the 6. Do you see that? With the connection to the Antichrist number. The insurrection happened on 1/6. You see? And they're both born. He's born in the month that's named after Janus, Elvis. January is named after Janus, the two-faced god, and Trump's born under the Gemini sign, which is the twin sign. Okay? And I told you that Elvis died on the 16th day of the year, and he died in the 16th state, Tennessee. So it's the 1/6 again. 1/6. You get it? What I'm trying to explain to you? You'll see it all come together. Just wait, folks. I'm just getting to the good stuff is coming. Okay, so remember my two predictions. Okay, June 11th, which is the 162nd day of the year, has to do with Seattle and Elvis. Trump is going to get his head wound in Ohio on August 4th, the 216th day of the year. Now, why am I showing this? Because remember, I was showing you that the 1/6 and the 1/6, which is, oh man, hold on. I got to show this before I show that. So let me just show this again. So remember, Elvis had an identical twin that died of birth, right? So the twin equals 66. Okay. And I told you that from the first of the year to 66, which is the twin number, you see, is 887 days. And the Antichrist number, 154, the 154th prime is 887. 887 days. So it's the 1/6/1/6. You see that? And why am I showing that? Because I told you that Seattle's going to get struck on June 11th, which is the 1/6/2, 16/2. Okay, 162nd day of the year. Trump is going to get his head wound in Ohio on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. 2/16, 2/16, 1/6/2, 2/16. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. 1/6/1/6. You see it? 1/6/1/6 is the Antichrist number, connected to the Antichrist number, which is the 154th prime is 887. Okay. Now, let's keep going. So remember, it's the 16/2, 2/16 connecting to the dates of my predictions, okay? And I told you that the words I'm sorry. Remember, they're identical twins, right? Elvis and Jesse. Jesse supposedly died. This is how he spells it on his gravestone. They spelled it. So Elvis and Jesse were both born on 1/8. 1/8 equals 216. And if you say the date backwards, 8181, it's 16/2. And the 216th day of the year is August 4th, and the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. You see, it's right there in the birth dates, even. Okay? And then I told you the words identical twins because he was an identical twin, Elvis and Jesse. Identical twin equals 162 forwards, 216 backwards. 16/2, 216. You see, it's right in front of you, folks. Okay? The June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. August 4th is the 216th day of the year. And remember, remember what I showed you earlier, right? That it has to do with the 1616, and the 154th prime is 887, and 154 equals the Antichrist. So the 154th prime is 887. That's the Antichrist number. 1616. From Elvis's birthday, January 8th, if you went forward 16 days, which is 1616, 16 under 16 days, it lands on June 11th. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? Okay? These are impossible coincidences. And I told you, if you put a crown on January 8th into the gematria calculator, you put the letter O, because the letter O represents the crown. So you put the letter O with January 8th, the day the twins were born, it equals 162 forward, 216 backwards. It's again, June 11th date, 216 days, August 4th. 162, June 11th, August 4th. 16/2, 216. Okay? And now, just to let you know, remember this equation that I just showed. Where is it? Hold on, folks. Let me get that card back up. Where is it? Give me 1 second. I can't find it now. So remember this card I put up. Because see how it starts from January 1st? I'm going to explain to you why January 1st is so important, besides Elvis's birthday on 1/8 being important. The reason that this is so important, the 1/1, okay, the January 1st, and why they chose it, that particular name and whatever the heck, because January 1st, when you put it into the gematria calculator, equals 162 backwards. And look, it even has the 216. And what else is important? Because look, this is June 11th, right? The 162nd day of the year. It's got the forward and the backward. But look over here. 162nd day is June 11th. Then if you take the 2, add it to the 5 and 4, 254, that's 9/11. The 254th day of the year is 9/11. So the 162nd day is June 11th. The 254th day is 9/11. And the 216th day is August 4th, right in your face. Do you see it? Right there. Okay? It's right there in your face. And January 1st is the first of the year, right? Okay, so let me... No, I got a few more cards left, and I'll tell you what's going on. So remember, Elvis and Jesse were twins, right? The identical twins, and it's spelled Jessie on his gravestone. Both their names equal 67 in gematria. 67, 67. And you see the 67, if you put it into the gematria calculator, the words 60 and 7, it equals 162, which is June 11th. It's the first number that does it, okay? It's the first number, and the last number that does it is 76 because it's the same letters, 76 and 67. But 67 is the first one, and then after that, only 76, and you'll never see it happen again. It's the first number that equals 162, which is June 11th. Now, from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, the exact day, to the exact day Seattle's going to be struck, it's, look at the numbers, 1, 6, 7, 35. And why am I showing this? Because look, they're born on 1/30. I mean, they're born in the first month, the 35th year, right? So it's the first month, the 35th year, and then you have a 67 right here, which connects to Elvis and Jesse right there. See, they're birthing the 67 again. 67, 67. Do you see? And I told you from Elvis's birthday, if you went forward to 9/11, just in the same year, it would be 247 days. And what's important about that is the percentage. 247 days, the percentage of that is 67.67, which connects to the twins. And the Twin Towers fell on 9/11, right? And I just said from 1/8 to 9/11. What am I showing here? Why am I showing this? I already showed you this. Oh, okay. I see what I'm showing. So you remember I was showing you this equation that from the first of the year to 6/6 is 887 days, and the 154th prime is 887. The Antichrist equals 154. So that's connected to the twin, 66. But look at the numbers, 167, 167. You have the 67, 67. If you add the up, and I just told you the 67 is Elvis and Jesse. 67, 67, right? And 167, if you look at this number, 167 is the first number in gematria that equals the same forward and backward. 167 is the only numbers that you'll get the forward and the backward numbers the same. Okay, and look, 738. It's the EL with the 8. And I'll show you why that's important. Actually, this whole thing is important. You know what? I can't explain it all right now, but it's the first forward and backwards is the same. Okay, so let's get back to what we were showing. So anyway, like I said, from the first of the year to 6/6 is 887 days, and I told you the 154th prime is 887, and the Antichrist equals 154. So basically, the 154th prime is 887, connecting to the Antichrist. That's from the first of the year. And I told you that from 1/8 to 6/11 is 1,616 days. So it's the 1616, right? Which connects to what I was showing you here from the first of the year to 6/6, 1616. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, folks. I'm about ready to lose it. This is so much more information than I thought it was going to be here. So from 1616, you see what I'm saying? It's the 1616 right there, connecting to the Antichrist. And from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 1,616 days. And remember, the insurrection happened on 1/6. From 1/6 to 6/11, that exact day, from 1/6 in the year 21 when the insurrection happened to 6/11 is 887 days. You see? Which I showed during the Crown video a couple videos back. There's your Antichrist number, because they're going to birth the Antichrist out of the sea in Seattle. Okay. Anyway, let me stop real quick, because I know that was way too much, folks. Like I said, all this that I'm showing you right now is going to lead to the climax of this video. Okay, you're going to see how it all connects. Okay. Hold on, let me see where we're at here. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's so confusing, folks, but I had to show all that and show the same info over and over and over again till you know till the people can get it, you know. Okay, so let's keep going, folks, even though I've already racked everybody's brains already with that. I told you, wait till you see the end information. Okay, so Seattle, I told you, is an anagram for El State. El means God in Hebrew. And Elvis, EL is Elvis, right? So Seattle is an anagram for El State. Okay. Now, pay attention. I told you they're going to birth El out of the sea in Seattle. Lucifer because Elvis is the representation of Lucifer. Okay, Elvis is the Antichrist. He's the image of the Antichrist. Lucifer equals the exact same as the words birth, el. Birth, l, equals the exact same as Lucifer. All right? Are you understanding what I'm showing you? This is, I mean, I've shown this before. It's nothing new. But the fact that Seattle's the L state, where else do you think he's going to be birthed? He's got to be birthed out of the L state. Okay? Now, pay attention. Birthday, because, you know, we've got to have a birthday, right? So birthday, notice what it equals. Okay, first of all, it has the 216 right here. Okay, and which is the August 4th date, right? In the end, see, you know, the end part. Anyway, whatever. And by the way, Elvis's original address when he was a baby in Tupelo, Mississippi, where he was born, it was 306, the address. But anyway, forget about that. So 8742. What I want you to pay attention to is the 8742. 8742 for the word birthday. So 8742. Now, what is in between 87 and 42? What would, like, how would you get from 42 to 87? You would need the 45. And I told you Trump is the 45th president, and Elvis is 45 years dead now. He died at the age of 42 back in 1977, and now it's been 45 years later he turned 45 years dead on August 16th last year, and he's still going to be 45 years dead all the way until August 16th this year. So, and my two predictions happened before that. So it's 42, 45 is 87. You see? In between 42 and 87 is the 45. Birthday. The birth. The 45 is the birth. Do you understand? Okay? And when he turns 46, it'll become 88, the number. When he turns 46 years dead. Okay? And I told you the 87, 88 is super important, but I'll get to that in a moment. So Elvis died at the age of 42, and he's been dead for 45 years, and it equals 87, right? I explained that. When Elvis and Jesse were born, if you go from the first of the year to the day they're born, if you don't add that day, but up to that day, it's 7 days. If you add that day, it's 8 days. So it can be 7 or 8. So that's why I was trying to show you with the 8-7. You see how it's 87, 8-7, 7. It's the same numbers. 8-7, 7-8, the days when the identical twins were born. Okay? So it's all about death and destruction because the identical twin died at birth. Now, Martin Luther King, he was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, when I say killed, you know what I mean. I'm putting it in apostrophes like right here. He was killed on 4/4/1968 in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived. So the king, Elvis, because Elvis is known as the king was killed where Elvis lived in Memphis, Tennessee. He was killed on 4/4/68. This was a leap year, 4/4/68, when the king was whacked, and the king lived there in Memphis, Elvis. From Elvis's birthday to 4/4 is 87 days on a regular year and 88 days on a leap year. So it's the 8788. You see what I'm saying? It's even got almost the same numbers as the Antichrist number, which I was telling you, the 154th prime was 887, right? Do you understand? It's all about the 8788. From Elvis's birthday to MLK's death date is 87 days on a regular year, but on a leap year, it's 88. Okay. And remember that on 9/11, I told you the word twin equals 66. The word twin equals 66, 21, 87. The word twin. Twin equals 66, 21, 87. And I just got finished telling you about the 87. So from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day the Twin Towers fell was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. There's your 8-4 connection. There's your 66 for the word twin, like I said. From and the exact day the Twin Towers fell to this year, June 11th, is 21 years, 9 months. So you have the 66, 21, 87. There's your 87 again. Okay, are you getting it? I just showed you how the Martin Luther King was connected with 87, 88 days, and 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 Elvis turned 88 years old this year. See what I mean? It's like the 87, and Elvis turned 88 this year. Hold on. So remember, the Antichrist equals 154 in gematria. The 154th prime number is 887. Okay, so the 887 is connected to the Antichrist number. Elvis's age this year is 88. Last year was 87. So you have the 887. You know, it's got the same numbers almost, just one extra 8. And from Elvis's birthday to June 11th, from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is either 154 or 155 days. Okay? And by the way, the number 155 is the first number that equals 216 in gematria. The very first number is 155 equals 216. If you put the words 155, it would equal 216. And it's the first number to do that. Anyway, the 154 days, if you don't add that day, but up to that day. So it's the Antichrist number. Okay? That's what it's all about here. When Elvis turned 87, 88 in the last 2 years. And why am I showing that? Because on certain years, depending on which year you start with, from Elvis's birthday, if you go backwards to August 4th, which is Obama's birthday, the day Trump gets his head wound, it's 887 or 888 if you add the day. On certain years, you have to figure out which year. It can either equal 887 from Elvis's birthday to June 14th, which is Trump's birthday. Because I told you Elvis is the umbilical cord between Obama's birthday and Trump's birthday. Okay, so it can connect. What I'm saying, it can connect here to the prime number. The Antichrist equals 154. The 154 prime is 887. You see what I'm saying? And from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 154. You just got to figure out, which year connects to it. But this is not a big deal, but it's, it's kind of a big deal, that one. And then remember I showed you this equation, because, it's all about the 154, because the Antichrist equals 154. From the day George Washington died on 12/14/1799, from that exact day that George Washington died, because George Washington is the key, because he's the father of our country, they say. So he is the starting point for these guys. So from the day George Washington died to the day Elvis got his crown, because Elvis started working at Crown Electric on 4/20/1954. Okay, the 54 I told you is very important, but I'm not going to get into it now. But 42, he died at the age of 42 with a crown. 42 with a crown. Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. Look, it's 154 years, 4 months, 7 days. You see that? And by the way, 47. If you did a 47. The 15th prime number equals 47, and the letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. So even, which the letter O is the crown. So if O is the 15th letter and 15th prime is 47, this can connect to the crown, which is the letter O, which is the 15th letter of the alphabet. Anyway, 154 years. 154, look at this. So it's 154, 45.21%, this equation. This amount of years and days. 154, 45.21. Why is that important? Because that percentage that I just showed, the Antichrist equals 154, then the 45.21 is from the first of the year to June 14th, is the day Trump is born. 45.21%, you see? That's what that equals, from the first of the year to June 14th. And that is the equation from George Washington's death to the day Elvis started working at Crown Electric, because that's the day it's connected to the crown. Okay, these are not coincidences. All right, now, so again, that was just a lot of information, and And what I'm about to show now is, again, just miscellaneous information. This video is, like I said, packed with information. At the very end is where it all comes together for you to understand how they're going to birth the Antichrist, okay? But now, again, look, I'm just I put miscellaneous information, but it's good information, but it's just, it doesn't really, it's not cohesive, but it's still good information. But then the last few things that I'm going to be showing is going to connect it all, okay? So hopefully you guys are kind of enjoying it. I know it's a lot of info, folks, and it's confusing. Okay. Anyway, let me keep going. Hold on, folks. Just give me a second here. So remember, I told you MLK, his death date, where he died in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis was living in Memphis, Tennessee. From Elvis's birthday to 4/4, it's 87 days. And on leap year, on 1/8 to 4/4, the day MLK died, it's 87 or 88 days because it was a leap year. But regularly, it would be 87 days. And regularly, on a regular year, from Elvis's birthday to 4/5, it's 88 days. 87 days or 88 days. Okay, that's what I meant to say. 87 or 88. 4/4 is 87. 4/5 is 88. Okay, now the reason I'm showing you that, remember, it was on a leap year that MLK died. So basically, 4/4 landed on the regular 4/5 day, and that's why it was from Elvis's birthday to MLK's death date that year in '68 was 88 days because it was a leap year. But it's connected to the 87, 88. And why am I showing that? Because see, 2022 and 2023, because that's the year that Elvis started being 45 years dead, was on August 16th, 2022. But he was 44 years dead also in that year. So it's the 4/4, 4/5 connection. Do you get it? And I just showed you MLK was the 4/4, 4/4 date with because it was a leap year, landed on the 4/5 day. So here it is, 2022, 2023, 4/4, 4/5. Do you get it? 4/4, 4/5. And it's the MLK to the 4/4, 4/5. And Elvis was 44, 45 years dead. Okay? Okay, 4/4, 4/5. And by the way, if you turn the letters just to 404 upside down, you know what it would be? It would be the HOH, head of household. Have you ever heard that? I showed that years ago in my videos. HOH, the 404 upside down, the head of household. There's that stupid show, Big Brother. Anyway, so the reason I was showing you that, because 2022, 2023 is very important because Elvis turned 87 and 88. Okay? Just like what I showed you here, right? From MLK, Elvis's birthday to MLK's death date. It's on a regular year, it's 87 days. On a leap year, it's 88 days, 4/4. And 4/5's regular date is 88. And he 44, 45 years old, Elvis. Dead. 44, 45 years dead since his death date. 87, 88, right? So Elvis turned 87 in 2022. 2023 turned 88. If you take the 87th prime, which was 449, add June 11th, the 162nd day of the year, it's 611. The 87th prime plus the date June 11th, which is the 162nd day of the year, it makes 611. Now, if you take the 88th prime, which is 457, and add the Antichrist number, because from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 154 days or 155 days. So if you add the 154 instead of the 155, you get 611. So both those years equal the 611 date, because June 11th is going to get struck, Seattle. Okay? And here's another kind of weird thing. Remember, it's all about the 4/4/4/5, right? Because MLK was killed on the 4/4 and a leap year was 4/5 date. But prime numbers, the 222nd prime and the 223rd prime, you add it up, it's 2808. And you know what you can do is you can say 2 808s. 808 808 would be 1616, which I just showed you connects to the Antichrist, you know, all that stuff I showed earlier. Okay, if you're in the chat and you're here late, you're not going to understand what I'm showing. Okay, go back and watch from the beginning. Now, the word God, pay attention. Okay, I told you the 88th prime number is 457, and if you add the Antichrist number 154, it's 611. The word God equals 7, 15, 4. Okay, and if you add the 45, because I told you it's all about the 45. Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. If you add the 45, look what it is. Because see, it's the 4 5. The word God has the 4 5 backwards. Besides having the Antichrist number 154 right there. Okay. Because I've shown you the word God and the connections in my older videos, but right now I'm not going to get all of into it. But 4 5 backwards and 4 5 here, if you put the 4 5 in the beginning, look, it's the 88th prime number. 4 5 7 1 5 4 6 11. 4 5 7 1 5 4. You see what I'm saying? And look, it's got the 1 7. 4 5 17. Trump is the 45th president. Elvis has been dead 45 years, and Ohio is where Trump gets his head wound, the 17th state. It's right there. 4 5 1 7. 45 17. You know, you look, folks, I'm just showing you miscellaneous, you know, information. Now, check this out. So I told you the Antichrist equals 154. The 154th prime is 887. So if you add the 154 to the 887, you would get 1041. And why is this important? 1041. Okay, if you've been watching my videos, you'll know. 1041 is how it all started. From George Washington, he's the number one. Then everything in between is a zero. That's what they're saying. So from 1, 0, everything in between, then you have the 41. So from the first George to the second George, 1 4 1. And then if you keep going down from there to the 45th, you add it up, it's 216. August 4th is the 216th day of the year, ends with Trump. You understand? 1 4 1. 1041. 1 is George Washington. Everything in between is a 0. And then 41. So the first George to the second George Bush. You see that? Did everybody get what I just showed there? Okay. But you know what? Before I... Hold on. Let me just see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, that's right. The 404 is the error message thing. That's right. Yeah, look, folks, you got to go watch my older videos for all that stuff. For all the MLK connections. I'm not going to mention everything here. But the thing about the 1041, where's my pen here? What I forgot to write, hold on, about the... remember I was just showing you the 1 and 41? Let me just real quick show you this. I forgot to put this. So remember I was just showing you the 141 connection? And remember, Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state, where Seattle is. The first prime number equals 2. The 41st prime number equals 179. You add that up, it's 181. The 42nd prime number is 181. You understand? This is absolutely perfect what you're saying. So because the 42 is the number. Washington's the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. So the first prime number is 2, because George Washington was the first president. The next George was the 41st president, the two, I'm sorry, the first prime number is 2, the 41st prime number is 179, adds up to 181. The 42nd prime number is 181. So it's perfect. And then if you add these two up together, it's 223. So do you understand what I'm showing you? It's perfect. This year's 2023, connecting to the 42. And I told you Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state. And remember, from George Washington's death date of 1214, if you went forward to 611, it's 911 days. You go from 1214 to Elvis's death date, it's 611 days. Okay? Depending, like I said, depending on which year you use, because you have to factor in the leap year stuff. So 1214 to 611, the day Seattle gets struck, is 911 days. From Washington's death date to Elvis's death is 611. I mean, come on. Look at it. Look at what I'm showing you. Okay, this is just miscellaneous info, by the way. Now, pay attention, because this is going to get a little confusing. So, you know, Seattle Slew, he won the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died. Elvis died on August 16, 1977, but this is the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Slew means to kill. Seattle kill. You understand? Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown, the most prestigious race in horse racing. And from Washington's founding date, the day that the state of Washington is founded, because that's where it's going to happen, the Seattle event. It's 87 years and 7 months. It's almost the Antichrist number. Instead of 887, it's 877. But you're going to see how it connects in a moment. It's 87 years. I told you the 87 is super important. Remember all the 87 connections I was showing you, connecting to MLK and Elvis, and the word twin even equaled 87. 66, 21, 87 equal twin. But anyway. So this is from Washington's founding date to the day Seattle Slew won, the exact year, June 11th. And I told you June 11th is when Seattle gets struck, when Seattle is slewed, you know. But anyway, you'll see why it's important in a minute. So from the day Elvis died, the same year that the Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 1977, Seattle Slew won it in 1977 on June 11th. But look, from Elvis's death date to the next time June 11th comes around would be in 1978. So it's the 7887, which I was showing you, connecting to the 87. You understand? So pay attention. So from Elvis's death date to the next time June 11th comes around, which is 1 year after Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, the next year is 300 days. 300 days is 82.19%. 82.19%. The word Seattle equals 8219. It's right there, June 11th, the very next year. Okay. And why am I showing you this? Besides besides it connecting and all, but let me just show you this real quick. The 197th prime, the 45th prime number equals 197. The 45th prime number, 197. And then, if you took all the prime numbers of this year of June 11th, 2023, if you put the 6th prime number, the 11th prime number, the 20th prime number, and the 23rd prime number, it would equal 198, 198. So you have the 197, 198 connection, because Elvis has been dead for 45 years and Trump is the 45th president. The 45th prime number is 197, and you have the 198 right there. But pay attention still. Why am I showing this equation besides the fact that it equals Seattle? From Elvis's death to the next time 611 comes around. Because if you go from Washington's founding date now, because remember I was showing you Washington's founding date to the day, I was showing you from Washington's founding date to the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown in 77, not 78. But now I'm showing you the 78 connection, because that's from Elvis's death date to the next time June 11th came around in 78. It was the 82.19% Seattle number. And now it's the 88 years, 7 months. Now it's 88.7. Because it was 87 years, 7 months. Now it's 88 years, 7 months. Now it's the Antichrist number. Do you get it? The Antichrist equals 154. The 154th prime number is 887. 887, and that's the day, which I just showed here, from Elvis's death date to the next time 6/11 came around was 82.19%. Seattle equals 82.19. And then the exact day that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown from Washington's founding date was 87 years, 7 months. But the next year would be 88 years, 7 months, which is what I was just showing you from Elvis's death date to the next year was the Seattle connection. Oh man, this is hard to it's hard to do these videos, folks. Yikes. Pay attention, okay? Like I said, this is just miscellaneous information right now. So you know that 421 is the backwards date of 9/11, okay? Because see, 421 is the 111th day of the year, and 9/11 is the 254th day of the year, which makes 365 days. So the backwards date of 9/11 is 421. 421 is the day the Space Needle opened. It's also the Queen's birthday, but let's just stick with the Space Needle. Space Needle opening date was on 421. From Elvis's birthday to 421, look at that. It's 887 with a crown. The Antichrist number with a crown, man. Look. Are you looking? Okay, and check this out. Here, you're gonna like this one. From the day that the Space Needle opened, April 21st, 1962, to this year, June 11, 2023, if you wrote that into the gematria calculator, it equals 887. The very first number is 887 on the gematria calculator. So that's the day the Space Needle opened, and that's this year when Seattle gets struck. You see that? 887. And the year that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, if you go from that Seattle, the Space Needle opening date, April 21st, 1962, to the day that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, it's 878. It's the same numbers, but now it's instead of 887, it's 878. So it's very close to the Antichrist number. Now pay attention. Elvis, his age in 2001 when the Twin Towers fell was 66 years. 2023, this year, he's 88. 66 plus 88, because Seattle's going to get struck this year. The Twin Towers was struck when he was 66. 66 plus 88 is 154. There's your Antichrist number. Now, the prime numbers for year 2023, because this year is 2023, it's the Antichrist year. Because the 20th prime is 71, the 23rd prime is 83, equals 154. And if you add these two numbers up, 43 and 154 equals 197. The 45th prime number is 197. Elvis died at the age of 45, and Trump is the 45th president. Okay? Do you understand what I'm showing you? It's the Antichrist year, 2023. And the only other Antichrist year, if you go backwards, it was back in 1626. Okay? But anyway, the whole point I'm trying to make is that that it's connected to the Twin Towers year. He was 66, and this year's 88 equal 154. And you have that equation, the prime numbers for year 2023. Like I said, folks, this is a miscellaneous info here. Okay, now pay attention. Remember, from Elvis's birthday up to 6/11, but if you don't add that day, but up to that day, it's 154 days. From 6/11 to the day Washington was founded is 154 days. That's the Antichrist number right there. From Elvis's birthday to 6/11, up to that day, not including that day, is 154 days. From 6/11 to 11/11, exact day is 154 days. So there's your Antichrist. Now, if you go backwards from Elvis's birthday, if you add the day on 8/7, it equals 154. If you go to 8/8 and not add that day, it's 154 days. So it's the 88, 87 again. You see how I just told you about the 87, 88 connecting to Elvis? All those 88, 87 connections with MLK and the four, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't go backwards now, folks. This is like I said, this is supernatural, folks. You understand? This is revelation from the Holy Spirit. Hopefully you guys can figure this stuff out Anyway, like I said, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 154 or 155 days, depending on whether you add the day or not. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Okay. Now, why did I show that? I have no idea. I don't even know why I showed that. But anyway, the Antichrist equals 154. The prime number, 154th prime number is 887. And the reason I was showing that is I wanted you to remember it. Because look, remember I told you the word insurrection equals the exact same as resurrection. Exact same numbers. Every single number is the same. Insurrection equals resurrection. And I told you from the day the insurrection happened to the day Seattle gets struck is 887 days, which is the prime number of 154. Antichrist equals 154, 887, 887. From insurrection, the resurrection, to the 6/11/2023 Seattle event where they're going to birth El out of the sea in Seattle. Okay. Now, remember, I was showing you that from 1/6, I just showed that from 1/6, Insurrection Day, to 6/11 is 887 days. From 6/11 to 11/14 is 887 days. Why am I showing 11/14? What's important about this? That's King Charles's birthday. King Charles's birthday. You see? And what else is interesting? I mean, it does have Trump's, interesting the numbers in here because look, Washington's founding date was 11/11. Trump is born on 6/14. You have anyway, all of it's in there, all these numbers, but it doesn't matter. I was just showing you because of King Charles's birthday connecting to the Antichrist number from 6/11. And before I move on, I forgot to write this out. Hold on. Just real quick, let me write one thing. I don't even know if I have this, but hopefully I wrote it. Okay, Elvis and Charles. So listen, Charles turns 75 on November 14th this year. But right now, Charles is 74, okay? And this is a very important equation, but I'm not going to get into why the numbers are important, besides the 87 right there and the 84, but forget about that. Elvis is 88 years old. Charles is still 74 years old now, and he'll be 75 later in the year. But that's going to be after my predictions. So right now, if you take Elvis's age and Charles's age right now, it's 162 it equals. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And he's getting inaugurated on the 126th day of the year, which is 5/6. 5/6 is the 126th day of the year. The day Charles is going to get inaugurated. And he originally, pay attention. Do you know that originally the date that they chose was the 154th day of the year, which was 6/3, and they changed it to 5/6. King Charles's what do they call that? Coronation. I keep saying inauguration. I'm sorry. Charles's coronation is on 5/6, but originally it was on 6/3, which was the 154th day of the year, the Antichrist number. And then they changed it to 162. I mean, they changed it to the 5/6, which is the 126th day of the year. But anyway, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, which this equation in front of you equals. Okay. Now, remember I was showing you that from Insurrection Day to 6/11 was 887, which is the Antichrist 154th prime number. And from 6/11, 11/14 is King Charles's birthday, which is 887. Also, 887 days. I'm sorry, I should have put days. So, like I said, it connects to the Antichrist number. And now, if you go from the first of the year, see, it was right here. I should have just showed this. I knew I wrote it somewhere. But anyway, from the first of the year to King Charles's birthday, the percentage of days, okay, going forward if you went forward, I should have put the amount of days. I don't know why the hell I didn't do that. But if you went forward to the percentage days that would equal 887.40%, it lands on 1114. So you have the 887, you have 8874. Do you see it? 8874 with a crown. Elvis is 88, Charles is 74 right now. 162. I mean, just ask yourself, what is the chance that there's going to be a king coronation this year? Okay? Because Elvis is known as the king. Seattle's in King County. Okay? Seattle's in King County. Now pay attention, okay? This is going to be a little confusing. So Elvis, he's born in the month of January. Now, if January is the first month, and instead of coming back, like let's say you went all the way to December and then came back, instead of starting from the first month again, you would go to the 13th month because it's 12 months in a year, right? But instead of starting from the 1, you start from the 13 again. Keep going down to be the 13th month, the 25th month, 12 months all the time, right? So the first month is the first time is the first month. Oh my goodness. The first number would be the number 1 month, right? Then if you went all the way down to the 54th number, it would be the month would be 637. Okay? And if you take that number, first of all, you take the 1 and add it to the 54, you get the 154 for the Antichrist number, right? And then if you take the 1 to the 6, because I told you that's Insurrection Day, it 1637. You get 1637. Now what's in between 16 and 37 is the 21. 1621 equals 37. 1621 was the Insurrection Resurrection Day. 154, the Antichrist. Please tell me you guys understood this. Is there anyone here who did not get this part right here? I need to know before I move on. Okay? Do you see how ridiculous this is? What I'm showing you. Is there anyone here who does not get what I'm showing here? And remember, the 37 is the EL. Because they're going to birth L out of the C in Seattle. Do you understand? Insurrection equals resurrection. And I told you from Insurrection Day to 611 is the 887 number. Is there anyone here who does not understand this? Oh man, my hands, my hands. I can't, but do you understand what I'm saying? From Insurrection Day to June 11th is 887 days, which is the 154th prime, and the Antichrist equals 154. Okay? Look, folks, like I said, I'm just showing you the most incredible, the most ridiculous connections when it comes to how impossible it is to, for this all to be a coincidence. That's all I'm saying. It would be ridiculous to think that it would be a coincidence. This is, look, this is, like I said, it's two things. It's supernatural. It's, this information is from the Holy Spirit. It's 100%. I don't care if you don't believe it. You will believe it after it happens. Okay? But, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm using my TV as a light source here. I can't remember what I was saying now. I got distracted. Oh, what I'm saying is that somehow they have manufactured these numbers to match these particular dates and ages. I mean, don't ask me how they did it. They did it. Okay, but they needed, all these people, like it's like a spider web. You understand? It's all connected. But Elvis is the source of it, okay? Anyway, let me just show this last two things before I move on to the good stuff here. So remember, Insurrection Day is 116. And from 16 to 816, the day Elvis died, is 223 days. And that equation is 61.10%. So it's 611 with a crown. From Insurrection Day, you go forward to 816 is 223 days. Insurrection equals resurrection. Elvis died on 8/16, 223 days. We're in the year 223, 611 with a crown. Look, the percentage is 611 with a crown for 223. We're in the year 223. From insurrection, resurrection day, 1/6, to 8/16, the day Elvis died. Okay, and look, Elvis was born on 1/8, right? 1/8 right here. And you have 1/6 and then 1/6, 1616. Remember that equation? I'm just saying that even the numbers are in there too. And then this is the last thing I'm going to show. I'm talking about with the miscellaneous stuff. Then the good stuff is coming. Okay, just wait. Remember, I told you that JFK is a super important piece of this puzzle, and because he got the head wound. Okay, it's all about a head wound, and because even Washington is going to get a head wound, the state of Washington, which connects to the Elvis puzzle. So I told you November, this is my month chart. I created the other one where I showed you the January one. November month chart, November, its first time comes around, it's the 11th month. So the first time it comes around, it's the 11th month. And if you keep going, it'll be the 23rd, then the 35th, and the 47th. You know, it just keep going 12 down. So from the 1st to the 74th, okay, let me just show you what I'm doing here. So instead of counting from the 1st to the 74th, I'm just looking at the 11 here, which is the first month, which is November, is the first time it comes around is the 11th month. And at the 74 is 887. Jesus's numbers equal 7411. See, they have it as 1174 right here. You know what I mean? You could look at it this way. You know, or you, like I said, I don't want to get into the 174 connection here, but the 1174 kind of connects to Jesus. And then you have 887, which is the Antichrist number, because I'm trying to tell you they need the Jesus numbers to connect, because Jesus is God, okay? And anyway, the 74 also connects to Lucifer, because Lucifer equals 7438, Jesus equals 7411, okay? Anyway, so the Antichrist number is 887, and it lands in the month that JFK was. And the reason how you know that connects, let me just show you this real quick. This way you understand that it's 100% that it's connected to JFK, that 1174 equation that I just showed you. I have to show you this before I move on. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I just thought about it right now. So that's why I have to actually type it in. I didn't have it ready. So from Washington's founding date, okay, because I told you Washington's also going to get a head wound. I hope I remember this correctly. To the exact day that Washington State was founded, to the exact day that JFK was supposedly killed. Okay, look at this equation, and you tell me how it's possible. Okay. Now, before I show you that equation, let me just real quick show this again. Give me 1 second. So remember, we're talking about the November's the 11th month, and then the 74th number down in the month of November was 887. And I told you Jesus equals 7411. You have the 11 here, the 74 here, equaling the 887, which is the 154th prime. Okay, now, how you know it has to connect, okay, pay attention, look. From the day Washington was founded, let me make this a little bit bigger here where you can see it. So from the day that Washington was founded on 11/11/1889 to the day JFK was supposedly killed, November 22nd, 1963, look, 74 years, 11 days. You see that? That's the number of Jesus, 7411. That's why they gave him a head wound from Washington's founding date. Look, If you think this is a coincidence, you just, oh man, I don't even want to, whoa, something's wrong. Anyway, so Elvis turns 88 and 8/11. Look at this, 88 years, and then you have an 8 and 11. The 8/11, August 11th is the 223rd day of the year. So you have the 88, Elvis turned 88, and 8/11 connection right there with the 223 day. And 8/11 on the Roman calendar was actually 6/11. So again, there's even connections with that, but this is what we're talking about. Okay. Okay. So I hope you guys got that, because that was a long way to go, man, with these crazy connections. Yeah, let us know. Someone's saying something about the Lisa Marie thing, because I did a whole video on that and how I connected it to why she had to die at the age of 54. Let us know what they're saying with the TMZ thing if you hear anything interesting. Okay, let me just drink a little more water and then we're gonna keep going. To the people who've said nice things and I missed it, God bless all of you. And I appreciate all the kind comments. And to the people, I saw one comment earlier where someone said that only Jesus is going to reveal the Antichrist. Jesus did reveal the Antichrist. Jesus is God, and God gave inspiration to the people who wrote the Bible. So he did reveal it. And in Revelation 13:18, it says, here is wisdom. Let him who hath understanding calculate the number of the beast. And that's what I've done. And I have not stopped doing it. I've been doing it for the last 5 to 6 years. And nonstop, folks, 17 hours a day for the last 6 years. And now it's come to the, what do they call that? There's another word besides climax. I don't like to use that word, but that's what it is. What do they call that? What's the other word for that? The culmination? No, that's not it, is it? Anyway, just to let you know, yes, I am that guy from Revelation 13:18. You don't have to believe it, but you will. Don't worry, you will very soon. Okay? Now, folks, if you better watch to the end, because you're about to miss something incredible, okay? I told you, get ready to go crazy when you see the ending of this, all right? It's just give me time and you'll to get through this. So remember, Elvis's age, the day the Twin Towers fell, and Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth, and the word twin equals 66. So from Elvis's birthday, the day he was born, to the day the Twin Towers fell, he was 66 years old. And I told you the word twin equals 66. And then in 2023, he's 88. So he was 2001 when the Twin Towers fell. He was 66. 88 equals 154, and the Antichrist equals 154, right? Now, hold on one second, folks. I gotta move something here. It's in my way here. Okay. What is this? Why am I showing this? What is this? What the heck is this? Hold on, folks. Hold on. I'm a little lost here. What is this? I'm missing a piece here. What the heck is going on? Something's missing here. Hold on. See, I knew I was bound to make a mistake somewhere. I'm missing a piece of paper here. Hold on, folks. Where is it? There's a missing piece to this puzzle. I'm about ready to lose it. What is this missing piece? What was it? Hold on, folks. I can't think of what it was. Wow. I have no idea what that I have to come back to that. I'll just come back to that info I just showed there because I don't know what it's about. I'm about ready to lose it if I don't figure it out. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Anyway, I guess I'm going to have to skip it. I don't know what the heck I just did. There's a missing piece to this puzzle. I'll have to figure it out later. So listen, when Trump turned 77 this year on June 14th, Obama turned 62 on August 4th, okay? So you have, this is their ages, which equals 227. Oh, okay, that's what it is. So it equals 227, their ages this year, okay? Now, 227, wait a minute. See, there's still a missing piece here. What the heck, man? I'm about ready to lose it, man. What is the missing piece? Because I'm trying to figure out why I have the 73 here. I know there's a reason. I just can't remember what it is. Anyway, 22 times 7 equals 154, okay? And I told you that that this year their ages add up to 227. I know I'm going to explain it to you in a minute what that's about. Hold on. I'm going to sit here and figure this out for a minute before I lose it. Let me see. Does it have to do with, give me 1 second. I have to figure out why I wrote that. Hold on. Oh, now I remember. I just want to know where I put that piece of paper. I probably mixed it in with another piece of paper. I mean, another stack. That information. Give me 1 second to figure it out here. Yeah, this is it. I finally figured it out. I'm almost done, folks. I'm doing all this by memory, folks, so, you know. Okay. One second. I'm almost done. I'm telling you, folks, you got to watch to the end. It's the most incredible information coming. So this is what it was. Remember in 2001, I was showing you this equation. Hold on. Let me go back real quick and show you this. So remember, I was showing you this. In 2001, Elvis was 66, the year the Twin Towers fell. In 2023, he's 88 when the Seattle's going to get struck, which is the Antichrist number, 154 it equals, right? So the reason I was showing you that is because in 2001, because you would say 2001, because you know how we say 2020, 2017, 2019, 2023. So you have to do 2001. So 2001 would be 21 right here, the amount. And the 20th prime number is 71. The first prime number is 2. So that equals 73. And the 21st prime number equals 73. Okay? So there's your EL, and there's your Antichrist number for the year 2023's prime numbers. 20th prime number is 71. The 23rd prime number is 83, which equals 154. 73 plus 154. And that's where I was showing this. I was trying to figure out what the heck was I showing this for, but I forgot to write it out. So the 154.73 equals 227. So it's the EL Antichrist, you see? And 22 times 7 equals 154. Look at that. And you know 22 divided by 7 is 314, right? Something like that. Yeah, it's the pi number. 22 divided by 7. I don't know nothing about, pi and all that. I know the pi has to do with the circle, and I told you the circle has to do with the crown. But anyway, so that's what that 227 was about. And then I showed you that this year their ages add up to 227. Okay, 88, 77 to 62, their ages that they are when their birthdays come around. And And notice, real quick, notice that Trump and Elvis, when Trump turns 77 on 6/14 this year, they're going to be 88 and 77. There's your 8787 connections, right? Which I've been talking about all day. And check this out. Check this out. From the day, okay, the year that Elvis was born was 1935, okay? From the first of the year, that year, not Elvis's birthday, but from the first of the year to 8/8, because I told you Trump gets his head wound on 8/4, but he survives that head wound and comes back on 8/8. They're going to say he's out of his coma, or he opened his eyes, or whatever the hell. He's going to resurrect. So remember, Elvis and Trump are 88 and 77 this year. Okay? And if you add that up, it's 165, the number. And the 165th day of the year is Trump's birthday, 6/14. Okay? So the 8877, look at that. 88 years, 7 months, 7 days for this equation. From the year that Elvis was born, that first day of that year, to 2023, 88 this year, it's 88 years, 7 months, 7 days. Okay? And that's how old they are this year. Okay, and the reason I was showing you that, pay attention, because remember, it's all about the Antichrist number. The 154th prime equals 887. The Antichrist equals 154. From Elvis's birthday in 1935, the year he was born, 1/8/1935, to that day, 8/8, when Trump awakens from when he resurrects after his August 4th head wound, it's 88 years, 7 months. The 887. The 154th prime is 887. Do you understand what I'm showing you here? Okay? Does that make sense? Okay? Because see, this was from the first of the year that year, where it's adding up to their ages and everything. 88 years, 7 months, 7 days. But this is from Elvis's exact birthday to 8/8. 88 years, 7 months to 887. Okay? You see how incredible this puzzle is? Okay? That's up to that day, by the way. Not including that day, but up to that day. So even 8/7 would work. If you went to 8/7 and added 8/7's day, it would probably be 88 years, 7 months also. 8/7 or 8/8 works either way. Okay? Before I move on, I just want to make sure you guys grasp the magnitude of that, what I'm showing, because I'm going to show more connection to that in a moment. Hold on. To the people saying nice things, God bless you. Appreciate it. Hold on. Let me just see what we got here. I'm just looking at the chat real quick before I move on. Okay, yeah, so you guys are understanding it, right? So remember, I was just showing you this, how the Antichrist number, the 154th prime, the Antichrist equals 154, the 154th prime equals 887. And from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day that 8/8, which is the day Trump resurrects from his head wound, which he's going to get on 8/4. 4 days later, he comes back on 8/8. It's 88 years, 7 months. It's the Antichrist number, okay? Now, and I told you, the words, the Antichrist, this is what it equals. Okay? It equals the exact same as Elvis' birthday. Elvis' birthday equals the Antichrist. Because remember, we're talking about being birthed out of the sea. And the birthday is June 11th, I told you. Okay? June 11th is the day. So Elvis's birthday equals the same as the Antichrist. Okay? There's no way around this, okay? It's absolutely impossible, these coincidences, all right? Now, this one you're going to have to pay close attention, folks. This is the big one here, okay? Pay attention. This is one of the important information here. If you went back to the very first year that ever started from the year one, because you can't start from zero, the calculator doesn't let you start from zero. It lets you start from year one only. Okay? So if you went from 111 to August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound in 2023, this is how many days it is. 738,738. 738,738. It's a perfect number of the EL8, which is the L88. Because Elvis turns 88 this year. Do you see it? And he's gonna come back on 8/8. You know what I mean? Because this is the day he gets his head wound. And I told you on 8/8. You see how you see how incredible this puzzle is? It's absolutely impossible what you're seeing here. Now, wait till you see this next part. So remember, basically what you're seeing is the EL8, right? Okay. This is a perfect puzzle, folks. You understand? Absolutely perfect. Anyway, so pay attention. That equation I just showed you from that first year that it ever started, from year number one to 2023, look at the numbers I highlighted. 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Pay attention. Look at this. Elvis's backwards date, because Elvis is born on 1/8. His backwards date is 12/23. Because see, the 8th day of the year is Elvis's birthday, right? And the backwards date would be how many days remain. There's 357 days remaining, which would make 365 days. So Elvis's backwards date is the 357 day. 12/23 is the backwards date of Elvis's birthday. Look, there was two of them born on 1/8. Elvis and Jesse, born on 1/8, 1/8, 12/23. Do you see it? The identical twins were born on 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1, 2, 2, 3. Do you get it? It's the resurrection of the twin Jesse. Can you believe this? They're gonna resurrect. What are they resurrecting, man? This Trump, you know? Because Trump is the one who's gonna get resurrected. But you got to understand: is Elvis going to come back in Trump's body? I mean, what the hell is going on here? What are they up to, man? Do you see what I'm showing here? How ridiculous this is? Whatever, man. And then, remember that 2021, 2022, and 2023, when you add it up, is 666. Okay? It's 666, basically, right? And if you remember, the resurrection day was in the year 21, and then 23. See, 21 and 23 is kind of like the 12/23, what I was just showing you. It's the same numbers as the backwards date of Elvis's birthday. You see what I mean? Yeah. So again, I'm just saying what is going on here, right? And remember, if you add these 2 days up, okay, let me just do that real quick for you, since I didn't show it. Oh, and by the way, folks, the Space Needle? Because the Space Needle is what's so important here. The Space Needle, which is in Seattle, Space Needle equals the word fallen angel. Exact same numbers, okay? Space Needle equals fallen angel. Now, hold on. Just real quick, I want to show you this. Remember that that Elvis's backwards birthday would be the 12/23, right? You add that up, all right? So Pay attention. So Elvis's birthday is 1/8. His backwards birthday is 12/23. You add those up, it's 13/31. The sixth prime number is 13. The 11th prime number is 31. You see? The 611 is connected to even his birthday and his backwards birthday. You see? 13/31. Sixth prime number is 13. The 11th prime number is 31. You see what I'm saying? Even that connects. All right? Yeah, so what I'm saying is that somehow, I told you, Elvis is the unseen Antichrist. Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh, okay? Elvis is, they're the Janus twins, remember? And I told you that, the word Janus, because Janus is the two-faced God, it equals the word state, okay? And the reason that's important because January is named after Janus, the month that Elvis is born. And by the way, that's a sea goat symbol, the Capricorn, that month, and the sea goat, because I told you Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the goat, get it? Anyway, L state is Seattle's anagram, right? So that means that because I told you the word Janus equals the exact same as the word state, and Janus is named after January. I mean, January is named after Janus, the two-faced God. So Janus equals state. So Seattle's anagram is L state, EL state. Okay, that's what the word Seattle equals, exact same letters, and then that means that L state equals L Janus, because Janus equals state, same numbers. So L state is L Janus. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's right. People better get their house in order. That's right. Because stuff is about to happen, folks. Okay, so let's move on. The good stuff is not even here yet. I mean, that was good. that was good, but there's more coming, folks. Just hold on. Just give me a moment. So remember I told you that. So remember I told you the word EL, like Elvis, and L state is Seattle. Remember the anagram. So L means God in Hebrew, right? And I told you the number 73 looks like the letters EL if you turned it upside down. Same thing with 37 is EL, right? So now look at this. So from oops, sorry about that. So pay attention. From the day the Queen was born, and the reason I'm showing that is because the Queen was born on 4/21, which is the same day that the Space Needle opened on 4/21 in 62. See, she was born in 26. You see that? So it's 2662. Same numbers. And you know the word Queen equals 6226 in gematria. So you got the 2662 connection there. But anyway, so 4/21 is when the Queen was opened to the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished. There's a place called the Seattle Kingdom that was demolished on 3/26 the year 2000. So from her birthday, the Queen's birthday, the day she's born, to that day that was demolished, it was 73 years, 11 months, 6 days. You have the 611 with the EL. And look at that, 887 months. And by the way, Trump does not turn 77 till June 14th, and the June 11th event is going to happen, before the June 14th Trump birthday. So Trump will still be 76 years old on June 11th. So 8876 would work out perfectly because Elvis is 88, Trump will be 76 still on June 11th. But on June 14th, he turns 77. But anyway, you got the EL with the 611 connection. And then from the day the Space Needle opened on 4/21/1962 to the day the Seattle Kingdom was demolished, is 37 years, 11 months, 6 days. Look at that. 7337, which is the EL, right? And for the people who know, you know that how important that is. I'll show you in a minute why that's so important. And, I was showing you about the 887. Hold on. Why am I showing that? Forget that. You don't need to see that. Uh, so the reason I was showing you that this equation. Okay, see how it's 73 years, 11 months, 6 days for the equation to the kingdom from the Queen's birthday. 73 years, 11 months, 6 days, or 37 years, 11 months, 6 days. Um, so it's the 7337, which is the ELEL, and you got the 611, right? It's right there in this equation. So every one of these words, so if you put "Oh Father," this is what it would equal. So perfect equals exactly 73,116. That's what I just showed from the Queen's birthday to the Seattle Kingdom was 73 to 11 6 months. 73 years, 11 months, 6 days. And anyway, then it was 37 years, 11 months, 6 days from the day Space Needle opened. But anyway, 7337 equals perfect. Oh Father equals perfect. Kingdom equals perfect. And King ELO, EL with a crown, and the king equals this. L light, who's the light of the world, is Jesus. L light equals perfect. Perfect equals every one of these that I just showed. Okay? Our Father in heaven is perfect with a crown. Anyway, I think the reason I was trying to show this is because I was showing you that the 154th prime was 887, and there was an 887 in this equation. That's why, with the kingdom equation, the 887 right there. Anyway, and okay, so remember I was showing you the 73 here connecting with all these numbers. The 73, how important it is. And what's important is that Jesus and Lucifer is one number above. So the Father is first, right? Oh Father, the Father with a crown was 73, right? And it's perfect and kingdom and everything. So Lucifer equals 74, Jesus equals 74. But the other numbers are not the same. See, that's what distinguishes them from each other. But Jesus is not a creation. He's a creator. Jesus is God. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is God. Lucifer is a creation. Okay? So don't get it mixed up. Jesus is God. All right? Now, they both equal 74, right? Now, pay attention. Get ready. Remember, I was telling you the 73 was the Oh Father and the word perfect and kingdom. So the prime numbers for the 73rd prime number is 367. The 74th prime number is 373. You add that up, it's 74 with a crown. 74 with a crown. And I just told you that Lucifer and Jesus equals 74. You add this 76, 73 and 74 to the 740, you get 887, which is the Antichrist number, 154. What I'm trying to show you is that that's why God tells you, what the people, if they're going to mimic what is in heaven, they're going to mimic the same numbers. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm showing you? Okay? The 73rd and the 74th. 740, 74 with a crown. You add those two up, it's 887. That's why the Antichrist is so important here. Okay, now, remember I told you the 73 and 74, that's the Father and Son. The Father and Son, right? The 73, 74. And look at this. If you went from the start of the year, pay attention. If you went from year number 1 to the year 9/11 when the Twin Towers fell, up to that day, but not including that day, it's 730 with a crown, 740 with a crown. Are you looking at what I'm showing you? The day the Twin Towers fell is the 73 with a crown or 74 with a crown. Are you getting what I'm showing you here? Are you fathoming what I'm showing here, folks? Do you understand how impossible this is? All right. For the people who just got in the chat, you got to watch from the beginning. You're never going to understand what I'm showing here. Okay. Now, let me just show you on the calculator, on the actual calculator, this equation, because it has to be seen to understand what's going on here. Okay. Give me a second. This is so important, folks. I hope you guys watch this video again, even though it's long and it's a tedious thing to get to the good information. So here it is. So I just want you to see it. Now, what I'm going to show you next should even make you more, it should drive you more insane, what I'm about to show you next. So remember, it's from the year 1, says 001. You can't put 000. It won't let you. The calculator will not let you put 0 in here. So from year 1, on the first of the year, 111, to 9/11, the year the Twin Towers fell, not including that day, but up to that day, because the towers fell. The day wasn't over yet anyway. So you could either count that day or you don't count that day. Look, it's 730740. Okay? Do you see how perfect this puzzle is? Now let's, because we cannot put the year 0 here, so if we were to put the year 0, then that would make it 1 extra year. Okay, so that means since we can't put 0, let's add a year. Let's put 2002 here. That way we can make the equation start from 0. We would add a year here. Let's see what would happen there if we did that. Let's add a year to this equation. Then you can see what it adds up to. So we added a year, right? Wait, okay, hold on. Let's include the day. I just want to include the day in this equation. Oops. Hold on. I'm trying to go through my phone to look at it. Include the day, and we add it up. Look what it equals. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It's 731106. And remember, it happened on 9/11. If you turned it upside down, it would be 9/11 with the EL, or 73 with the 611. And that is this exact equation, what I was just showing you with the Queen. Remember, the Queen to the Seattle Kingdom demolition was 73 years, 11 months, 6 days. 73,116 to the Seattle Kingdom. And the reason I was just saying that's a very interesting, what's the chance, you know what I mean, of this coming out like that, 611 EL or 911 EL, I thought that was interesting. But of course, the other one is much more interesting, what I was showing a minute ago, with this equation, 730740, which of course goes back to, the prime numbers of 73 and 74 equaling the Antichrist number. Anyway. Okay, so now, yeah, here's that. Remember I was telling you I had a lost piece of paper? This was the one I was going to show you, remember? This was what I was looking for earlier. That was the missing piece. I had put it in this stack instead. Anyway, I have to figure out where I have that thing now. I don't remember. Okay, so let me just keep going here. Like I said, the last stack is the most important one, and it's not that many. So it's going to be quick, this video at the end here. But it's the best information is coming. All right, this is still not the best one yet. When you're going to see why they have to birth the Antichrist. All right, so let's see here. Okay. And remember, it's all about the crown. So remember, it was 70, that equation that I had just shown you. This equation is, um, uh, it was 730740. So 73 with a crown makes 88. 74 with a crown makes 89. Because I told you that Elvis turns 88 this year and then 89 next year. It has to, these events have to take place during this time. So it starts, the ball gets rolling with the events this year, and then 80 next year is when it all comes together, when they start really implementing the image of Elvis and everything. You know, the Trump Elvis, because Trump comes back from the dead. Elvis, somehow his image, his number of his name, or his name becomes worshipped also. Like I said, I don't know exactly how all of this is going to manifest, but it is, okay? And it's all connected to Elvis, Trump, and Obama is needed. Why is Obama needed? Because in order to get the whole world in line with this, you have to have both sides. You have the Trump people, you have the Obama people. You understand? Because they have to get the whole world involved in this. You know, you got the people who are, you know, Obama fans, you know, and you have the not Elvis, the Trump fans. Okay, now. So and now check this out. So remember, it's 74 with a crown. 74 plus 15 equals 89. Because I told you 74 plus the letter O would be 89. So look at this. So if you put a crown on Lucifer, okay, it would equal 89, right? And I told you the Space Needle. Oh, well, I'll get to that in a moment. Well, no, let me show it now. The Space Needle equals 89, 44, 133. But the backwards numbers are not the same for the Space Needle. But Space Needle equals 89, 44, 133. So O Lucifer has the Space Needle connection. Okay, but forget about that. Because I told you Fallen Angel equals 89. Fallen Angel equals the word Space Needle. But look, this is what I wanted you to see. Lucifer with a crown, if you look at the totals, look at this. It's got the 13, the 31, and the 73. The 6th prime number is 13, the 11th prime number is 31, and it's the EL. 611 EL. I mean, can you believe this, man? Look at it. And look, it even equals 216, August 4th date. And I told you Elvis in Tupelo, Mississippi address where he was born was 306. You know? And what else? There was something. What else? There was something else I was going to show. I can't remember now. But here's something interesting. Even the word, you remember the total in the word O Lucifer that I just showed? Identical twins backwards number has that in it right there for the total for O Lucifer. And this is June 11th. Look at that. Wait a minute. There it is right there. Hold on. You remember I just showed you that the 1331 right there with the 6 and 11? 611. And so that's the June 11th. And then you have the total, which equaled this, right? The 21690, 306. So that's that right there. 162, 163, 225 is June 11th, right? For identical twins. Because Elvis and Jesse were the identical twins. So that's June 11th. 162, 163, get it? 162, 163 is June 11th. Then you have the backwards, which is O Lucifer. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope you understand what I was showing there. Did anyone not understand that before I move on? Did anyone not understand that? Darn it, I ran out of paper. I was going to tell you guys something else. Man. No, I forgot. So crazy. 1 minute, I completely forgot what I was going to show now. What was I going to show? So weird. Yeah, I can't remember. All right, let's move on. All right, folks, we're coming to the end here. Only have like 10 more cards to show. Let me just look at the chat real quick. Yeah, that's right. I've talked about Chief Seattle before. That's who they named after. The Seattle's named after some Native American chief. And this Chief Seattle, they named him. They gave him the nickname Noah. And I told you Noah is part of the reset, which was flooded with water. Elvis equals water. Elvis equals reset in gematria. I mentioned those things that you mentioned. Okay, so let me just real quick show this again. Right now, these 5 cards are going to be the same things that I showed a few minutes ago, but it leads up to the end cards. Yeah, that's right. Levi's is an anagram for Elvis. That's right. Just like lives, because Elvis lives, and that's why you had the black lives, because lives is lives. Elvis lives. And Levi's, someone's mentioning Levi's was created in 1873, which is the 73 is the EL, and Elvis's birthday is 1/8. That's right. Oh yeah. So let me. I'm almost done, folks. Like I said, the end should kind of shock you, but we'll see if it does. So remember, I told you the Antichrist equals 154 in gematria. Then the 154th prime number, which would be the Antichrist number, 154th equals 887, right? And I told you from Elvis's birthday to the day that Trump resurrects after getting his head wound on 8/4, he comes back 3 or 4 days later, either 8/7 or 8/8, most likely 8/8, is 88 years, 7 months. There's your Antichrist number, 887. The 154th prime is 887, and that's from Elvis's birthday. And then I told you that from the first of the year, the same year that Elvis was born, but from the first of the year to 88, the day that Trump resurrects, is 88 years, 7 months, 7 days. And Elvis is 88 years old right now, and Trump turns 77 on 6/14. So he'll be this exact numbers, 88, 77 this year. Okay, and remember earlier I was telling you about the 8787. Okay, if you were watching my video. Okay, now I told you that Lucifer equals the exact same as birth L, because they're going to birth L out of the sea in Seattle. Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the phoenix. He's the kraken. He's the goat. He's the sea goat. Okay. Anyway, Lucifer equals birth L, Elvis. And Seattle is the L state. That's the anagram for Seattle, is the L state. So where can the L be birthed? It has to be birthed out of the L state, man. Seattle is the L state, man. You understand? Where else can the L be birthed? L means God in Hebrew. Elvis' birthday equals the exact same as the Antichrist. Elvis' birthday equals the Antichrist. Same exact numbers. Okay? And look, it's backwards number, because you remember from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is either 154 or 155 days if you add the days. So, but it's 154, that's the target date. So from Elvis's birthday to June 11th, if you don't add that day, it's 154 days. Backwards number is 197. The 45th prime number is 197. Elvis is 45 years dead right now. Trump is the 45th president. And if you take June 11th, if you took 6, 11, 20, 23 prime numbers. If you did that, separate the numbers 6, 11, 20, 23 prime numbers, it equals 198. 198, it equals those prime numbers. So you have the 197 for the 45th prime. 198 is what June 11th, 2023 equals in prime numbers. If you've seen my videos, you know what I'm talking about. And it's got a crown. And you remember I was showing you the 1978 equation with from Elvis's death to the next time after he died. Remember, he died in 1977. Then the next time June 11th came around was 1978. And remember, I showed you that equation. You got to go back and see that. It all connects to what I'm showing you right here. Okay? Now, hold on, folks. Give me a second here. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, here's something. Birthday equals the same as the words I am, O Lord. And you know, everybody, that's how the Bible starts. O Lord, O God, O Lord. O is a crown. Okay? So I am, because Jesus says he's I am. And you know, in the Bible, God says he's I am. You understand? I am, O Lord. Birthday equals the exact same. Okay? And by the way, these four letters, I am O, equals the letters E-L-L-I, which is Eli. And Eli, E-L-L-I, is the first four letters of Elliott in Elliott Bay, where Seattle is, the water. Okay, now let's keep going here. It's going to get good, folks. Pay attention. I just want you to see this. It's not the same numbers, but the word birthday has the same 5 numbers as O Lucifer on the top. It's just mixed up. It's 89127. And by the way, it equals 216, this number right here, cross. 89127 would equal 216. But birthday, it equals 87129. It's the same numbers. That's all I was just showing. Birthday and O Lucifer. So right now, watch. It's like I said, folks, this is it. This is going to be the good stuff coming. This is it. It's going to explain to you what's going on here. Birthday equals 8742. Remember the 8742. Birthday, because Elvis is going to be birthed out of the sea. Birthday is 8742. This is nothing right here, but just pay attention. Abe Lincoln, you know, he was the first president killed, right? And he was the 16th. I told you all about the 1/6. Elvis was born the first month. Trump's born the 6th month. And Elvis died on the 16th day. Elvis died in the 16th state. The insurrection, resurrection happened on 1/6. So Abe Lincoln was the 16th president. Like I said, 8742. Birthday equals 8742. Okay, so there's one connection right there, right? And if you add Abe Lincoln to Elvis and in gematria, look what you get right here. Just his first number right here, 15464. It equals the exact same as the Antichrist, but only the first row. So Abe Lincoln and Elvis equals the same right here. I'm saying only the first row, which I don't really like to show like this because I like to have the whole thing equal the same, but it's still okay. I mean, you know, because you have a pretty good connection right there. But anyway, that's not a big deal. Remember, birthday equals 8742. From Elvis's birthday to 1214, the day George Washington died, because Washington State is where Seattle is. Elvis's birthday to 1214 is 8,742 days. Okay, are you looking at that? Birthday is 8742. From Elvis's birthday to the day Washington died, 1214, is 8742 days. And look, it's 23 years. We're in the 23rd year. It's almost 11 months, 6 days. You see that? It was 11 months, 7 days. But anyway, it's this that's important. From Elvis's birthday to the day George Washington died. The death date, I'm saying. Not the actual year, but the death date. Again, connecting to Seattle, Washington, because Washington is where Seattle is, right? And remember, George Bush, he was the 9/11 president. And from his birthday, George Bush Jr., from his birthday, 7/6, to 6/11 is 8,742 days. And look, this one has 11 months, 6 days. Because, it's different months. So that's why it's instead of 11 months, 7 days. Look, it's got the 6/11, and we're in the 23rd year. Look at that, 8742 from George Bush Jr., the 9/11 president. Because the next 9/11 is 6/11. You see what I'm saying? 8742. That's the birthday number. Birthday equals 8742. Now, pay attention. From the Washington State founding day, it was founded in 1889, to Elvis's birthday was 45 years and some months. Then from Elvis's birthday to the day he died was 42 years. I'm sorry. Yeah, 45 years from Washington State's founding day to Elvis's birthday. Then from Elvis's birthday to the day he died is 42 years. And that same year is the year that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, when Elvis was 42. Okay, so you have the 45 and 42, and that adds up to 87. That year that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, from Washington's founding day to the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11, was 87 years. So it's 45, 42 also for 87 for the Elvis equations, because Elvis died on 8/16. That's Elvis's birthday. And then from Elvis's death day to 6/11 is 45 years. See what I'm saying? 45, 42 is 87. 42, 45 is 87. Because it's all about the 8/7. You know what I mean? Because twin equals 66, 21, 87. Okay? And I explained how that connects to the Twin Towers falling, if you saw the earlier equation. And I told you that birthday equals 8742. And what's in between 8742 is the 45. Okay? That's what that's all about. Because from Washington State's founding day to from the day Washington was founded to the day Elvis died is 45 years. From the day Elvis died to August 16th is 42 years. That's it right there. Birthday equals 8742. Okay? And which, like I said, I didn't know what cards I've written, but this is the equation that I was showing. Okay? So, just take a look at that. And then what do I got here? So like I said, from Washington State's founding day to the day Elvis died was 87 years. Okay? And Elvis died at the age of 42. And birthday equals 8742. Get it? From the day Washington was founded to the day Elvis died is 87 years. And he was 42 when he died. 8742. 8742. I mean, can you get any more perfect than that? And I told you that from Elvis's birthday, you go forward 8,742 days from Elvis's birthday, lands on Washington's death date, 8742, connecting to Washington's death date. And this is 8742 from Washington State being founded, 87 years from that day to Elvis's death, and he died at age 42, 8742. And look, the 9 and 6 is a crown number because the letter O equals 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. Hold on one second, folks. Do you get what I'm saying? Sorry, folks. I'm dropping things here. 9 plus 6 is 15, so that would be the letter O. So it's basically saying the crown number. Anyway, 8742. I hope you understood that. I mean, it's very important, okay? And pay attention. That way you can see nothing's a coincidence. From the day Washington State was founded to the day Elvis died, I just showed you, it's 87 years, 9 months, 6 days. You see this equation? This is the percentage for this. 87 is for the years, and then the percentage is 82.19%. 87, 82.19%. Look at that. And Seattle equals 8219. From the day Washington State was founded to the day Elvis died. And I just showed you the 8742 birthday connection with that. And the percentage is 82.19%. Seattle equals 82.19. Okay? And then from from August 16th, 1977, the day Elvis died, to the next time June 11th comes around was 300 days, and it equaled 82.19%. That's why I was showing you that equation earlier from the Seattle Slew winning the Triple Crown in 1977, but I was showing you 1978 because it was from 1977, the next time June 11th comes around, was 82.19%. And it had the 1978 numbers, the 78. And folks, I know this is confusing, but you try and explain the unexplainable. It's absolutely impossible to explain this stuff without it being confusing. Okay? Now, here comes the here comes the incredible information, folks. Get ready. All right, this is just part of it. Hold on. You remember insurrection happened on 1/6/2021, and I told you the insurrection equals resurrection. That it equals the exact same numbers. Insurrection and resurrection equal the exact same. So from George Washington's death date to the insurrection day, the exact insurrection day, it's 80742. It's the birthday with a crown. Birthday equals 8742. You see? 8742. And that's Elvis is born in the first month, Trump's born in the 6th month. You see what I'm trying to show you here. Okay? It's the 8742 with a crown from George Washington's death date to the insurrection date. Insurrection equals resurrection. And from this day, you go forward 887 days. And I told you the 154th prime number, which is the Antichrist number, 154th prime number equals 887. From 1/6/2021, you go forward 887 days. It lands on June 11th, 2023. Okay? Because they're gonna birth the Antichrist out of the seat in Seattle on June 11th. Okay? Now, and remember, I was telling you how important the day 88 is. Okay? Earlier, I showed you those equations with how incredible this is. What the hell did I do here? Hold on one second. Oh, remember, I was showing you the equation from the first of the year, from year number 1. I was showing you to, hold on, folks. Hold on, I must have done something wrong here. Hold on. Give me 1 second to figure out what the hell I'm doing. I think I made one mistake here. Hold on. So disregard what I just wrote there. Hold on. I think I know what I made the mistake at. I'm about ready to lose it. What in the heck am I doing? Uh-oh. Okay, folks, hold on. I'm about ready to lose my mind. If I made a mistake earlier on this one equation, hold on. I'm about ready to lose it if I did. Hold on, folks. Let me see. It might have been one mistake, but let's see if I can just verify it. Hold on. No, it's right. Okay, remember this equation I showed you earlier? That was from year number 1. Remember, this is year 1, all the way to the beginning to August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. I told you it's 738, which is the L8, okay? But that was to August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. And I told you 4 days later, he's going to resurrect, right, on 8/8, okay? And I told you birthday equals 8742, right? And on 8/8 from year number 1, look at this. 73, which is the EL, 8742. Look at that. Look at that, folks. EL, 8742. What in the hell is this? Do you understand what I just showed you here? This is it, folks. This is it right here. On 8/8, when Trump resurrects, after he gets his head wound on August 4th, there's your EL birth, 8742. I told you it's a double resurrection. Okay, Elvis gets resurrected, but his name gets resurrected. His image gets resurrected. The number of his name gets resurrected. One of those things. It's not the actual Elvis, but Trump, he actually gets a resurrection in real life. Of course, whether it's real or not, nobody knows. But what I'm saying is that does Elvis take over his body, or is Jesse the twin come through? I don't understand this. Or is Trump Jesse? Nobody knows. But this is it right here. EL 8742. Birthday equals 8742. Are you understanding what I'm showing you here? Okay? This is up to that day, not adding that day. Okay? Because if you add that day, I think it would be 2022 year and then 8 months, 8 days. But look, it's the 1818, and I told you the 1223 is the backwards of Elvis's birthday. There was two of them born on 18, 18, 1, 2, 2, 3. Elvis's backwards birthday is 1223. 18's backwards birthday is 1223. I mean, I hope you guys understood it, because that was right there was telling you what's coming, folks. That is it right there. I hope you understood it, because they're just yeah, like I said, if you're not grasping it, then you're not going to find that incredible. But that is where you understand where it all begins, folks. The day that Trump resurrects, get ready for all hell to break loose after that. Okay, you'll see. Okay, folks. Anyway, all right. You listen. Eventually, everybody's gonna get it, so you'll figure it out when it happens. Okay. Anyway, folks, that's basically it. The problem is when doing videos like this, it's too much information. Makes you lose the good information. All of it's good, but there's information that's super good, and then there's incredible information that's out of this world. But it all gets lost in the minutia of showing this much information. But it has to be shown. This way you can see that nothing is a coincidence, folks. Okay, this is biblical, and you're going to see it manifest before your eyes. So get ready. And if I was you guys, I would tell your family. I'm telling you, tell your family, okay? Because this way, when it does happen, you could tell them. They say, "Hey, I told you guys, okay, that this is biblical and supernatural." Okay, that way they can't say that it's not, that it was lucky. This is not a lucky guess, folks. This is 5 to 6 years of 17 hours a day of doing these equations, and not to mention, 50 over 50 years of suffering throughout my life. You understand, folks? But anyway, just be prepared, folks. And if you're in Seattle, get out of Seattle between anywhere near June 11th. Get out of Seattle before that happens, okay? If I was you, I'd get out of Washington State. But if you want to just leave, at least leave King County. If you can't leave Washington State, leave King County, because that's why they're going to destroy the kingdom. It's a mockery of God. It's a mockery of the reset with Noah, because Elvis equals water. Elvis equals reset in gematria. Same numbers. Okay, folks. All right, folks. God bless all of you. And I know there was more I had to show, but I can't remember now. There was a few connections I forgot to put in. All right. Anyway, take care, everybody. God bless everybody. Jesus is God. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing too many more research videos. I think this was the last one, but I will be rehashing, stuff in my live streams, but I'm going to only leave up those live streams for like a day or two. Like the last two live streams, I'm going to delete them today, right now. I'm going to leave this one up forever. And then the other ones I do after this, they're going to be only up for one day. So if you don't watch it, that's your problem. Okay? It's important information. I'm going to be rehashing stuff maybe we talked about years ago. But, what I was going to say is that when I was talking about the reset with Noah and stuff like that, it's like a mockery of the Bible. It's like a reset, right? With Elvis equals reset, Elvis equals water. Noah, he was preaching to the people, warning them for almost 100 years when he was building that ark. Nobody listened to him. I've only been telling you this for like 5 to 6 years, so nobody's gonna have to wait 100 years, folks. This is coming. Get ready. All right, this is no joke. All right. Anyway, folks, God bless everybody, and make sure you watch all my videos going back all the way back to June. I would watch because there's two sections. You have the video section and the live section. Make sure you go all the way back and try to watch it in order by date. Okay, because you got to check both the video side and the live section side, because they have it separated. And just work your way forward until you get to now over time, because you have till 6/11, right? But listen, one other thing, the Super Bowl's coming up on 2/12. Okay, I wasn't going to talk about this, but let me just real quick get it out in the open. The Super Bowl, I'm going to show you again how Elvis, it all connects to Elvis. Everything connects to Elvis, okay? And go back and watch my old Elvis Super Bowl video, and you'll see how it connects. But I'm going to rehash that video, and I'm going to kind of compact it more. I'm going to try to leave out some, that way you can see how perfect the puzzle is when it comes to this Elvis puzzle, okay, with the Super Bowl. And also, it's interesting that the Kansas City Chiefs and the Eagles are going, okay? Because, Eagles, it represents more than one, right? And, the Space Needle, I told you it equals the word fallen angel. Space Needle equals fallen angel. Same numbers. And that same thing, Space Needle also equals double eagle. So eagles is two, more than one, right? So double eagle equals Space Needle. And what's interesting is that it's their area codes of where they are located. What is the area code for Philadelphia? Wait. Well, how do we know which one's the area code? Wait. What is the address for Philadelphia Eagles Stadium?
Lincoln Financial Field is at 1 Lincoln Financial Fieldway, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19148.
What is the area code for Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? Okay, so you know what it is? They have 3 different area codes. But if you ask, where is area code 445?
Philadelphia.
So Philadelphia has the 445, and I told you that Elvis, he turned 44 years dead in 2020. In 2022, he was still 44 years dead. But on August 16th in 2022, he turned 45 years dead. That's why 2022 and 2023 is so important, because he's still 45 years dead this year, okay? And Trump, he's the 44th person to become president, but he's the 45th actual president. So he's 44, 45. And that's why Obama, who was born on August 4th, the day Trump was going to get his head wound, he's the 44th president, but he's actually the 43rd person, but it doesn't matter. The point is, It's the 44-45 connection. And it just so happens Obama, the 44th president, is born on August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. So, and Trump is the 44th person to become president, but he's the 45th actual president. And like I said, it connects to Elvis being 44, 45 years dead. 22, 23, 22, 22. I mean, 2022 and 2023. Okay. Now, so that's the Philadelphia connections. And you have Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is the PP. Okay. And the PP is the 1616, which is what I was showing you from the very beginning in this video. The 1616. If you go forward from Elvis's birthday, 1616 days, you land on June 11th. It's the PP, folks. Okay, so now you have the PP connection with the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the area code being 445, right? So the Kansas City Chiefs, what is the area code for Kansas City?
According to Fox 4 Kansas City WDAF-TV, the 816 area code serves communities.
816. When did Elvis die?
August 16th, 1977.
816. You see? So again, you have a connection to Elvis already with the Super Bowl. Okay, this is, only God knows what's going to happen at that Super Bowl. Okay, so you have some pretty good connections already there. Okay. Yeah, to the people saying nice things, God bless you. I appreciate all of you, Okay, I'm just trying to see that. Okay, so everybody, we're all caught up. All right, folks. You know what? I want to see what. Hold on. What is 816 plus 445?
816 plus 445 is 1,261.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the numbers of June 11th and August 4th, but if you add those up, you see what I'm saying? I thought that was interesting. August 4th is the 216th day, and June 11th is the 162nd day. Anyway, I was just trying to see if there was any connection. Listen, if you're hearing a noise, it's because every time someone turns the water on in my apartment building, my neighbor, it starts making noise. Yeah, if you hear a clicking noise, yeah, it's me. It's me scrolling the chat with my finger like this. I'm hitting the screen to scroll. Anyway, folks, so I'm going to be putting out a Super Bowl video again, okay? And that one I'm going to leave up forever also, okay? Anyway, the noise stopped, okay? But that's how loud the pipes are, Anyway, folks. All right, so let's end the video now. Anyway, God bless all of you. And make sure you watch the video from the beginning. Anyone who got in late, you have to watch the whole video. I don't care if it's 2 hours and something. You got to watch the whole video. All right? Take care. I appreciate everyone's kind words. God bless everybody. Jesus is God. End of video.